in order to gain complete control over Mr. Bush, they had to have September the 11th. Once the World Trade Centers collapsed, Bush was now putty in their hands. How long will the present window of opportunity last for them? Because they're saying after Iraq, we're going after Syria, we're going after Iran, we're going after Libya, we're going after all these things. How long will this window of opportunity last? Answer, so long as Bush is president. And so I want to say to you, it is not America which is waging war on Iraq. It is an America which has been hijacked. Many American people, without even knowing that the American government has been hijacked, many American people are protesting against the war. An American woman did what none of us have done. An American woman did what none of us have done so far. She left her home in Olympia, on the west coast of the United States. And she went to Palestine 2 weeks ago to protest with her mouth, with her body, what is happening in the Holy Land. And she stood up before a house which was to be demolished, thinking that because she is a white American woman, Israel would not dare to do with her what Israel has been doing with the Palestinians. She attempted to stop the tank. The tank never stopped. The tank not only rolled over her, but came back and rolled back and rolled back. So she was killed. And so this is not an American war on Iraq. This is a war by a government of America which has been hijacked. A Bush Republican regime. The next elections are supposed to be in November of 2004, which is about 17, 18 months away. So they have a window of opportunity lasting another 16 months or so to do as much as they can do before the next election takes place. If Bush loses the election and the Democrats win, then the window of opportunity will be closed and they'll have to wait again. But if Bush wins the election and is re-elected, then the window of opportunity will remain open. This is what we may not be alive. You must use this information for your analysis. Now then, why do they want the war on Iraq? And why do they want the war on other countries after Iraq? Number one, now is our microanalysis. I've taken 1 hour and 20 minutes. Number one, to make the region safe for Israel. Number two, to pave the way for Israel's big war of territorial expansion. Number three, to take physical control of the oil so that that physical control could be passed on to Israel. Number four, to take control of water and then pass on that control of water, the rivers of Iraq, to Israel. Number five, to facilitate the consolidation of Shia Islam, that is Shia Iran and a Shia government in Iraq, whether Iraq is one state or many states, and Shia Lebanon coming together in one greater Shia world. And then to foment rivalry and conflict between Sunni Islam and Shia Islam. Divide and rule. Number five, to pave the way for the fall of the United States of America as the ruling state of the world. And there are many American political commentators who are now predicting this. Number 6. Number 1, to make the region safe for Israel. Number 2, to pave the way for Israel's big war of territorial expansion. Number 3, to allow control of oil to pass to Israel. Number 4, to allow control of water to pass to Israel. Number 5, to facilitate, I wrote number 5 twice. To facilitate the consolidation of Shia Islam and then to foment Shia-Sunni conflict. Number 6, to pave the way for the fall of the United States of America as the ruling state in the world. Number 7, to allow Israel to replace the United States as the ruling state in the world and to force the submission of Europe, of Japan, of the Muslim world, of Malaysia, and the rest of the world to the rule of Israel. And so finally, to allow Dajjal to complete his mission of impersonating the Messiah. Dajjal, the false Messiah, impersonating Nabi Isa alayhi salam, the true Messiah. These are the basic objectives of the war at the level of microanalysis. When the big war takes place, all of this is to prepare for the big war, Israel's big war. It will witness dramatic territorial expansion of the state. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm saying this is what they want to do. When it does happen, then the analysis will be correct. So we don't have to sit down with our arms folded and say there's nothing we can do. Don't come with that question at the end of the lecture. And say this is what they want to do. And this is what they do, then I'm correct. It's good to know what they want to do. That is not useless information. Israel's big war of territorial expansion, why? Why does Dajjal have to do that? Because to convince the Jews he has to deliver a holy land as defined territorially in the Torah. The holy land as defined territorially in the Torah extends from the river of Egypt to the river Euphrates. When you go to the Qur'an and you know how to go to the Qur'an, then you see that the Qur'an proves that that is false in the Torah. But when the state of Israel hears about the river of Egypt, they're not thinking so much about the Nile, they're more thinking about Israeli military control over the Suez Canal. That's the immediate river of Egypt. And when Israel hears about the river Euphrates, Israel is thinking about control over the oil. And so the big war will have these as its immediate objectives: control over the oil, and control over the Suez Canal, and control of their territory in between. When they have control of that territory, then perhaps the Palestinians will be exported out of the Holy Land, out of the present state of Palestine. I may be wrong. They may do it even before that. They may do it now. But the Palestinians are going to be out. When that big war takes place, and Israel takes control of the oil and the Suez Canal, then you have Europe like this. Because the Suez Canal is a strategic link for business and for trade. And Europe cannot do without the oil. Japan cannot do without the oil. Israel now controls the oil. Can Europe force Israel to withdraw? No. Because the United States and Britain will be standing behind Israel. Why? Why this mysterious link between the United States and Britain and Israel?